What's up, my beautiful Maine-iac here. We have two games on today. We have the Brooklyn Nets at the Milwaukee Bucks and the 76ers at the Chicago Bulls as part of a doubleheader on NBA TV. Now, they are currently on at 5 p.m. Eastern and 8 p.m. Eastern, respectively, or if you're on the West Coast, 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. Now, these are very interesting games for the fact that Milwaukee is favored by 6.5 and they should win. Philadelphia is favored by 9 and they should win as well. But what's interesting is the Bucks are guaranteed the number 1 seed in the East. So will they rest players? Do they have anything to play for? That is the huge question going into these last couple of games. At least for them, there's only 3 games left. So that really does beg the question, will they rest players, or will they want to keep playing to get into that playoff mentality early and get maybe a jump on the first round? And what's also important about this game is the Nets. Currently 39 and 40. I believe they sit 7th in the Eastern Conference, 1 game ahead of Miami, who's in the 9th seed, and tied with Detroit, who's in the 8th seed. A win here would be huge for Brooklyn, nearly guaranteeing them a playoff spot with a Miami loss. But a loss here for Brooklyn is so dangerous with only a couple games left to go. That being said, I do think the Milwaukee Bucks will win because I'm under the impression that they're going to try to play. They want to keep their rhythm going into the playoffs. They don't want to take the last 3 games off and then come out slow. You don't want to do that in the first round because then maybe that extends the first round matchup a couple games. Maybe that wears on you more for your second round matchup. So I think they're wanting to finish the season strong. Then you got the 76ers at the Bulls. 76ers, what's interesting about them, although it's not as intense as the Milwaukee Bucks, is they are currently in the 3rd seed, but they are not guaranteed the 3rd seed quite yet. I believe with a win, they will have virtually locked up the 3rd seed. They have 3 games left currently. They are a game and a half ahead of the Boston Celtics. A win here puts them 2 games ahead with 2 games left. Now, a loss here, though, would only put them 1 game ahead. I'm not quite sure the tiebreaker situation for Philadelphia and Boston, but if Boston or Philadelphia somehow manages to lose at least 2 of the last 3 or the last 3, it could be huge. So obviously they're going to need to be hitting the gas hard in this matchup because honestly, I know with no disrespect to anybody in the Eastern Conference, but a matchup against Orlando is a hell of a different matchup than one against Indiana. As much as I want Orlando to make it, which is currently the 6th seed who they're slated to face right now, I feel like Indiana would push them even harder. And just like the scenario I presented with the Bucks, if you have a first round matchup that pushes you 6-7 games and your opponent only plays 4 or 5, they come off fresher legs sometimes, and it could be the difference maker in your second round matchup. Now, what's important about that is if Philadelphia gets a 3rd seed, they face Toronto in the next round. If they fall to the 4th seed, they have to deal with Giannis in the second round. So I don't think they really want to fall to the 4th seed. They want to save Giannis for the finals, Eastern Conference Finals, if they make it there, and try to beat him there after he's gone through tough teams like possibly a Boston, possibly a Detroit with tougher defenders. Who knows? Anyway, guys, I'm picking Milwaukee and 76ers to win tonight. I think they both have enough to play for to at least get their respective wins. As much as I respect the Brooklyn Nets, I don't think they have the star power or the caliber player to stop Giannis. So even if Giannis plays at 80-90%, which is always dangerous in basketball because that's when you could get hurt, I'm still picking the Bucks. Still picking the 76ers. Only 2 games on tonight. Not much room for an upset, but always a chance. Never count down the underdog. I'll see you guys in the next video. Playoffs are around the corner. I will have a video up at the end of the regular season before the playoffs start, so hope you stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.